East.
Hello and welcome to Paris, France for stage 3 of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. We're here in the beautiful Chateau Vincennes, former home to the French royal family, for Compound Saturday. The third stage of this Hyundai Archery World Cup circuit here in Paris. We're on the east side of the city, looking down the 50-meter range. Well, the weather has been tricky with the wind here this week. Very difficult to read, and there's a hint of precipitation in the air. Our first live session of the weekend here in this fabulous courtyard to this beautiful Paris will feature both the gold medal matches for the men's and women's team, and then the bronze and gold in the mixed team competition. We take a look at how the women's team event unfolded. France narrowly losing out in the semi-finals. So Turkey go through to face Great Britain. France have already claimed the bronze medal here in Paris and will be on the podium a little bit later on today. I'm Karim Bashir, and joining me for this coverage, as always, is former world #1 Nikki Hunt. Nikki, what a beautiful setting.
Yeah, it really is. It's going to be fantastic to see the archery here today. Be interesting to see how the conditions affect them. Sometimes you get a little bit of funneled wind, but let's see what it brings us.
To the field of play for the compound women's team gold medal match.
Well, here they come. It's time to go for gold. Compound women's team final sees Great Britain going up against Turkey. Let's go down to the shooting line for the team introductions.
On target number 1, representing Turkey, Yeşim Bostan, Songol Ayşe Benasize. On target number 2, representing Great Britain, Layla Anderson, Elizabeth Foster, Ella Gibson. The line judge for this matchup is Maki Nakano.
Well, almost ready to go. Nikki, let's just have a little prep on what we're about to see.
So compound today, it's 4 ends, 6 arrows in the team, and it's going to be for raw score. So who can shoot the highest score? If we do get tie, it will go to shoot-off.
It's time for the compound women's team gold medal match. Ella Gibson from Great Britain, an individual stage winner already this season, steps up to the line to get this gold medal match underway. No world rank for Elizabeth Foster.
No.
And this is Layla Anderson, just 19 years old. Good start from Great Britain.
Yeah, you can hear Ella talking the team through each shot, really being the leader here. So much experience in the last couple of years.
Nice to Souza, first off for Turkey, the world number 12. Followed by the 20-year-old Sonal Locke.
No.
De facto team leader, Yesim Bostan, world number 13. Marked for a measure already. Slightly obscured from view by the second arrow from Locke. So Gibson back up to the line. The teams rotate through 2 sets of arrows per archer. Gibson stepping off the line there really quickly to give her teammates as much time as possible.
Yeah, I noticed just down the range they had 40 seconds left on the clock, which is sort of bang on the timing they're allowed. It works out to be 20 seconds an hour. You can see it now at 22 seconds, 21. So Layla's only got the 20 seconds left to shoot her last arrow. Turkey had 67 seconds left after their first rotation.
So target of 58 set for Turks after. They will need 3 10s to match Great Britain. So Great Britain take an early lead, but a cumulative score means that Turkey are still very much in this. High quality start though.
Yeah, it really is. We're going to have to wait for that line call, aren't we, from Turkey from the first rotation of 3 arrows. But see the teams there. I think Great Britain team, Duncan Busby in the box, they're just talking to the girls around the conditions. I think they're talking about the wind that might be coming in to the venue. It has been windy through the week, especially yesterday through eliminations. And in a venue like this, you've not perhaps shot here at all. Must be a practice field somewhere nearby. But it's really understanding what's going on.
Yeah, they've got a practice range set up just outside of the main field of play here. But this is the arrows being measured. It did look like a 9 on the left-hand target we were just looking at. Turkey looking fairly comfortable though. They've settled in, they're dialed into the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. Great shooting from them. I mean, if they've only dropped 2 or 3 points, that's not bad. They're on the tail of Great Britain, if not tied with them, so this is going to be a great match.
Take a look back over some of the shooting from, as you can see, just a little bit of tension there for Elizabeth Foster. This youngster, Leila Anderson, just 19 years old. She has got a team silver on the stage last year. It's the 2018 European Youth Champion. And look at that communication. Ella Gibson just stepped up into the role as leader for the compound women's division for Great Britain. That 9 was confirmed as a 9, so I must say that 9's just been marked up to a 10, so we are all square, and Great Britain will begin end number 2 as they did end number 1. It's very difficult to call the arrows when they're obscured 50 metres down the range, and that's why the target judge is so important. All square in the second end of this gold medal match between Great Britain and Turkey.
You can see the blind on Lizzie's hat there, just blocking that left eye from vision, and using your right eye. Look through that magnified scope.
Sense the confidence in the British team, especially Ella Gibson. She's talking about killing it and smashing it, shooting strongly.
Yeah, I mean, archery is really a martial art. You know, we've got to attack the target, we've got to commit to it, and under pressure your brain's telling you just, oh, you know, be a little bit more careful about things, but it's quite right. That's the mental attitude you want. Go out there and attack it. Coach giving some good feedback. Really important.
No.
So go through the second rotation, and Great Britain playing their strongest athlete first.
No.
Perhaps just to give a little bit more time to the other 2 athletes.
No.
We can see those windsocks just going right to left, but those feather flags tend to do a lot of movement when there isn't much going on usually, so you've got to be careful how much information you do read into those.
No.
So 3 9s to finish off the end for Great Britain for a 57. So big opportunity here. One wonders if the experience on this side of the range could play its part. Sonal Locke, the 2021 European Youth Team Champion, stepping up to the senior team. So a 10 for a 1-point lead. And yes, in Boston on the shooting line. And there it is, Turkey step up into the lead. Nothing going out for a measure here. So Turkey holding this 1 point advantage at the halfway stage. Again, very relaxed when you look at the Turkish team, Nikki. There is just a little bit more experience than on this British side of the shooting line, isn't there?
Yeah, we've got some great archers there. I mean, yes, in Boston, fantastic career, been here many times before. Like you said, world rank 13 and Souza 12th as well, so a really strong team from the Turkish.
It's been a good season for Great Britain though so far on the Hyundai Archery World Cup circuit.
Yeah, it really has. It's been a sort of 10-year hiatus really since we saw, you know, medal after medal out here at World Cup stages, and this season's really picked up. I think all 3 stages so far we've had Great Britain in the finals, which, like I say, has been a bit of a rarity of recent years.
And it's a big change, isn't it? Because you know, you say there's been a hiatus, but they're not just getting a medal; they're getting multiple medals and across the disciplines.
Yeah, well, I think that kind of, you know, when you see your teammates winning medals, that gives you that confidence. Hey, well, if they can do it, right, I can do it too. And that's what we see. We see successful teams who go out and win multiple medals. So, you know, I think the whole culture within that team at the moment is positive, and long may it continue.
And in some respects, Great Britain have got nothing to lose here. Now they've fallen behind at the halfway stage. They can just relax and shoot.
I think really try not to change your mentality. You stick to your shot routine, same shot every time. Try not to get involved with the story. Yeah, just shoot the strongest shot you can.
Halfway through the compound women's team gold medal match between Great Britain and Turkey. Turkey leading 116 to 115. So Ella Gibson from Great Britain steps up to the shooting line to get end number 3 underway.
You might have heard Ella say there, check that bubble. So the compounders have got a little spirit level in their sight. If you want to keep that nice and straight, you can use that for aiming off in the wind, just tilting the bow over, and you can see the bubble move at the front of Layla's bow there. Little green fluorescent tube.
Well, when you go first, the idea is to get down some big scores to put your opponents under pressure. That's just what Great Britain have done. So Isa Souza on the line for the first Turkish rotation.
Did just see her t-shirt flapping in the wind slightly on that shooting line, so definitely some wind around that stadium. Your chance really is to look around before you draw, like you just saw Boston do, because once you're in the shot and looking through that scope, you can't see those wind indicators anymore.
Well, perhaps over adjusting from Locke's left arrow. Boston goes right. You see a little bit of string hanging off the end of Ella Gibson's bow. That's another wind indicator. No. And has it picked up? And in this courtyard in Chateau Vincent, there has been talk of a bit of a swirly wind as well. So 1 minute blowing left, next minute blowing right. No. So another 58 for Great Britain. And again, Turkey will need 310s to match that within this end. There's the first one. But they came in with a 1-point lead. If they were to get those 310s, they would still have a 1-point lead going into the final end.
No.
So Boston needs a 10 to stay level with Great Britain. Bang, in the middle of the target. A 173 plays a 173, and we go into the final end with nothing separating the teams. The wind looked like it was having playing its part in that third end, and you mentioned beforehand it could be quite swirly here. Do you think that's what the case is?
Yeah, I think it's certainly coming from right to left. Seem to have a pattern there, but when you're standing between buildings, you know, the difference between that and being out on a normal field where we are for qualification and the early elimination rounds, you've got a whole field with the wind coming across, so you can see what's happening to it over, you know, the whole field. Whereas this, you don't have those factors, and the wind has to swirl in between buildings, so you might not feel it in one place, but it might be further down that the wind is all channeling through, so can be tricky.
Yeah, if you look at the flags at the end and then compare them with the indicators on the shooting line, Gibson's string hanging off a bow is probably quite a good example of that. It does look like it's doing one thing at one end and something almost completely different at the other. You can see the hair of the athletes, as Nikki was saying, on the shooting line blowing right to left. The key thing here, though, is these teams are all tied up. We effectively start on 0-0, and it's all about who can shoot the highest score over their next 6 arrows. Gibson looking determined. She is going to get this final end underway. Great Britain and Turkey all tied up in the compound women's team gold medal match.
I think the nerves probably just getting to Lizzie a little bit there. A little bit of a wide 8. It was left as well. We discussed those wind conditions do generally come from right to left.
Finish strong and straight. Commit to that shot and use your power and aggression. Get it straight in the middle of that X. You've got this. Keep that power, Layla.
Quite a long hold. It's going to be taking the clock down.
It's only the second point she's dropped, though, Healy, in the entire match.
Anderson.
Getting ahead of myself there.
Drilled the centre there, just not far off that little spider in the middle. Going to give him a lot of confidence.
No.
You're just out again to the left. I think the wind playing a factor.
So 2-point lead for Turkey at the halfway stage of this final end. Tricky now for Great Britain. Gibson back on the line.
No.
You could tell her just pulling that bow arm up. She knew it was going to drop low. probably the last thing she saw just before that shot went off.
No.
So 55 possible here with a 10. Layla Anderson, just 19 years old, has only dropped 2 points so far in the match, and she's put it right in the middle of the target. A good performance from her, but a big opportunity now for Turkey. Can they hold their nerve, and will the wind be kind?
Interesting. Looked like a good shot to me. Didn't see too much movement. Perhaps again getting caught in the wind.
So an 8 to draw level. Anything more, and it's gold for Turkey. It's over to Yesin Boston.
No.
And a 9 does it by a single point. Turkey have taken the compound women's team gold medal match here in Paris at the 3rd stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. It was a great match between Turkey and Great Britain, but in the end, a little bit of nerves and the extra experience on the Turkish side of the shooting line have taken Turkey to gold here in Paris. The wind certainly played its part, Nikki, but Turkey's experience, as they're confirmed as the compound women's team gold medalist here in Paris, did seem to play its part.
Yeah, definitely. Like we said, Boston and Sousa just fantastic archers. We've seen them out here quite a lot over the last few years, and just showed how strong they are under this pressure, and they were able to deal with the conditions today in the stronger team.
Well, Turkey confirmed as the compound women's team gold medal winners here in Paris. Another medal for Great Britain, though, on the Hyundai Archery World Cup Tour. And bags of experience picked up by the British team. But it is Yesin Boston, Sonal Locke and Isa Sousa who've collected the first gold medal here at the 3rd stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup.
So 1, 2, 3. You can speak Turkish.
We take a look back over the match. Great Britain performed very well indeed, but Turkey were really balanced. And Isa Sousa landing that 10 in the final end. I mean, it was a great shot from her.
Yeah, it really was. Just showing their experience, like we said, confidence in this scenario. They've been here so many times before, and stronger on the day today.
Sonal Locke there, just 20 years old. Played her part. And the celebrations from Boston, Locke and Sousa. Let's go and hear what they have to say.
Tebrik ediyorum kazandığınız için.
Congratulations, ladies. How do you feel right now?
Kazandığınız için tebrik ediyorum. Kızlar, nasıl hissediyorsunuz şu anda?
Şu an çok mutlu ve gururluyum gerçekten. Sezonun başından beri çok uyumlu bir takımdık ve bu uyumu devam ettirebileceğimizden hiç şüphem yoktu. Bugünkü maça gerçekten çok inanarak çıktık ve dünya şampiyonluğu unvanını çok almak istiyorduk. Bunu da podyumda taşıdığımız için çok mutluyum.
I'm so happy, I'm so proud of myself and also with my team because we had really good ambition in our team. And since the beginning of the season, we were planning to get in the high scores and good podiums during the year. Also, we would like to get the title of the World Cup stage winner as a team, and we finally get it. I'm so proud, I'm so happy.
Seems that you ladies have very good communication on the line when you're shooting. Tell me, how does that work as you're shooting a gold medal match?
Siz kendi aranızda çok iyi anlaşan bir takımsınız. Kendi aranızdaki iletişiminiz çok iyi yarışma sırasında. Altın madalya maçında bu nasıl işinize yaradı, bu iletişim becerileriniz?
Normalde antrenmanda yaptığımız gibi her zaman birbirimizle normal düzeyde iletişimde olduk. Her zaman güçlü yönlerimizi ortaya çıkarmaya çalıştık. Antrenman içinde yaptığımız için çok normal geliyor aslında. Biz çok doğal davrandığımızı düşünüyoruz. İletişimimiz çok iyi. Bu yüzden bende yok hocam.
This is very natural for us because we are shooting together, we are training together, we are living together almost all the year. Then it's so natural and so easy for us. We just try to be natural, try to be as usual on the gold medal match. It doesn't matter what we are shooting, gold medal or any other match. We just try to be natural and it works.
This seems like an incredible year for the Turkish team. Is this the best season you've ever had?
Türkiye takımı için bu çok iyi bir yıl gibi görünüyor. Sizin için bugüne kadar yaşadığınız en iyi yıl mı bu?
Yani daha en iyi yıl olabilir. Olması için daha yıl devam ediyor. Biz her zaman zaten en iyisini yapmak için çıkıyoruz. Aslında bu seneki en büyük hedefimiz Avrupa şampiyonu olmaktı. Orada hani bunu üçüncülük maçında kaldık. Bronz madalya kazandık ama burada Avrupa şampiyonu olan takımı Dünya Kupası'nda eleyerek kendimize tekrar motivasyon elde ettik.
This year can be the best year ever, but not over yet. There's a lot of competitions, and we would like to be best, and we would like to do our best for the rest of the season. But for this year, particularly, our main goal was win the European Championship gold medal, but we couldn't make it. We just been in the third place. But right after 1 week, we are here, and we beat the European champion team in the gold medal match for the World Cup stage. And this is good enough for us to feel much better than 1 week before.
Congratulations, ladies. We're all very excited for you and look forward to seeing the rest of your season.
Well, interesting comments there from Turkey. They were talking about, how well they're shooting. A couple of things, as you always say, they're trying to forget about where they're shooting, what medal match it is, or whether it's an elimination match. They just go through the whole process, and what a great season they've had.
Yeah, exactly. That's the mindset you want. It's not easy to try and block out what's going on when you've got cameras in your face and shutters going off, and you can hear that, and a big screen in front of you, people behind you, but the idea is to block everything out, stick to that process. What you do in training, it's 50 metres away, just the same as it is at home, and just to execute the shot that you normally do. And they did that. They shot amazingly well, really strong team.
Yeah, and you get a good idea of what we're talking about with the wind here, the low wall in the middle of this double courtyard, and then the archways as well. So when the wind comes through, it has to sort of force its way through, and you're going to get a bit of a tunnel effect down the middle of the range, aren't you?
Yeah, you are. And can you see the practice field is, look, against this big wall? So I wonder as they move across the main field, they're probably quite protected against this wall here, and then they go across the main field, there's probably a little bit more wind being able to get to them there.
Well, let's see how that plays out. Time now for the medal ceremony for the compound women's team competition here in Paris at the Hyundai Archery World Cup Stage 3. They've been competing all week just for this moment. Well, we had the bronze medal playoff match earlier.
Medals will be presented by World Archery President Uğur Erdoğan.
President of World Archery, Erna, presenting the medals. And the first medal presented here in Paris goes to the host nation. So first up, it's Sophie Dodemont. That's Lola Grandjean in the middle and Sandra Hervé on the right. France beating India 233 to 231 in the bronze medal playoff.
Representing Great Britain.
It's another medal for Great Britain on the tour this season. Interesting to see Leila Anderson looking philosophical, but I think struggling to hide the fact that she wanted the gold medal, such is the intent of Great Britain this season. Elizabeth Foster in the middle, and de facto leader and stage winner, qualifier for the finals later on this season, Ella Gibson.
Gold medal.
Well, they have already had a fabulous season. But yet again, it's another gold medal for Turkey. Yes, in Boston. Sonal Lok and Isa Souza are the champions of Paris.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Turkey. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to our athletes.
Well, there we have confirmation of the medal winners here in the compound women's team competition. Turkey taking gold from Great Britain, and host nation France making it to the podium. And of course the obligatory all-team selfie that has become a very common thing these days. A unique photo, that's for sure. Well, we look over this keep as we look back at the rankings for this competition. Turkey top of the pile from Great Britain, France beating India to the bronze medal, Estonia, Korea and Brazil also at the top of the rankings.
Once again, Team Turkey. Et dans quelques instants, nous allons retrouver l'équipe de France.
Well, Turkey making it to the gold medal here in the compound women's team gold medal match. So we take a look back on them celebrating their medals with the anthem and then on the podium. Smiling faces all round the venue here, and it is a completely amazing place. Not where the Olympic competition is going to take place. That's at Invalides in central Paris, just along the Seine, opposite the Grand Palais. That's sure to be a spectacular venue. But we're on the east side of the city here in another fantastic venue. The city celebrating with a festival of sport this weekend, commemorating Olympic Day, which happened a couple of days ago. The action continues here. Time now for the compound men's team gold medal match at the third stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup here in Paris.
On target number 1, representing Turkey, Batuhan Akçaoğlu, Emir Canhane, Yakup Yunis. On target number 2, représentant la France, Quentin Barrère, Jean-Philippe Bouche, Nicolas Girard. The line judge for this matchup is Haya Warnomri.
So time for the men's compound team gold medal match between Turkey, another shot at gold here, going up against the host nation France. What an amazing lineup we have here.
Yeah, some great quality archers we're used to seeing up here in the finals. It's going to be a great match.
Akaloglu, just 19 years old, the world number 53, was a 2021 World Youth Team silver medalist. Will get things underway for Turkey.
Yeah, I think the stadium announcer called it a 10 and then decided a 9, but it certainly looks very close on the line.
Yildiz going third for Turkey, and looks like a fine start from them. So first up for France, the 22-year-old Nicolas Girard.
See that front arm being pulled over? He knew that was going to go left. Tried to make a impact on it, but not quite enough.
Quentin Barrère going second. Hitting the middle of the target and finishing the lineup for France. The 31-year-old world number 5, JP Bush. Like a little bit of movement there on the shooting line. Very subtle.
See the wrist release as well. Very common in the Turkish team. We saw Locke in the women's team shooting one as well.
Impressive from Turkey, just dropping a single point.
No.
I think the winch gave that one away, didn't it? 58 plays 59. We do have to wait for the measure. We haven't got anything specifically measured here, but that first arrow, there was a little bit of confusion from the stadium announcer, so we will just wait for confirmation. But Nikki, we've got another hot contest on our hands.
Yeah, we do. Got to remember these archers are shooting over 50 metres. Lots and lots of 10s on that tiny little face, 80-centimetre face. It's pretty small. It's probably the size of a mug or something, the 10 at 50 metres, so that's how accurate these guys are.
Has it cut the line?
Yeah, I think it did from that view.
It's the line between the two numbers. Get a higher number.
La France a battu l'Allemagne en 8e, a battu le Kazakhstan en quart de finale. La France a battu les États-Unis d'Amérique en demi-finale. Et se retrouvent ici des tirs actuellement.
We're still waiting on for the scores here.
Allez, on leur fait une ovation. Quentin Barrère, Jean-Philippe Boulch, Nicolas Girard.
So France will shoot first, and well, by process of elimination, we can say that they certainly are trailing Turkey. It looks like we have got final confirmation. 59 plays 58, Turkey leading France here in Paris for the compound men's team gold medal match. Nicolas Girard steps up to the line. France will be looking to fight back here in the Chateau Vincennes.
Team members talking to each other. Think again about that wind. Really important. Are you aiming off? Are you tilting your bow? Are you bubbling your bow slightly to see if that makes a difference to the conditions?
France confident and in the middle of the target. No drop points for them through the first rotation of this second end. So all square in total score, with Turkey dropping a single point so far in this end. Well, impressive stuff from the French team here. Turkey with 3 10s can stay 1 point ahead.
A little flinch there, and again, that conscious shot we've talked a lot about. Brain knows what's about to happen. That's why we get the flinch.
So just like that, we are all square on 117 apiece between France and Turkey in the compound men's team gold medal match. Nothing to separate these two teams at the moment. They're still staying nice and relaxed. But look at the support from the French crowd for the host nation team. Lisa Barbalan there in the middle. French recurver. We get lots of close-ups there. The blinking eye of Quentin Berra. Centre of the target for Akalolu, and there is JP Bush anchoring things for the French team. But we're all square between France and Turkey. A little bit of a jig there on the line to keep relaxed for Quentin Berra. End number 3 in front of this beautiful Chateau de Vincennes, and it's Akamolu to get us underway.
Dropped in a hole just low right. I wonder if that's a hole he's made before. Just out. Much more relaxed than that shot. No flinching. Teammates talking him through it.
It's the wind starting to swirl around again.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's 4 fletchings on that arrow, which is quite unusual. Fletchings are the coloured veins at the back of the arrow. They help stabilise the arrow as it's flying through the air.
Are there specific rules about what you can have with the arrows? And well, obviously there are with the equipment, but clearly 4 fletchings compared to the 3 here, the 3 white feathers, if you like, at the back of the arrow.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real rules on size and things. Obviously, the bigger you go, the more it's going to slow the arrow down. So outside, we tend to have smaller, lower profile ones to be less affected by the wind. How far back and forward on the arrow you put them generally, so that as you're at full draw here, the vein's not touching your face. That's important. But yeah, it's very unusual. Never seen that before. Real leant back posture, isn't he? Do you see that a lot in compound, but very obvious there.
So opportunity for the French here.
No.
Allez, quand de l'action, patience. Super.
So a 10 for a 1-point lead going into the final end. It's just what the doctor ordered. The French team on home soil leading Turkey by a single point after 3 ends of 4. They're giving themselves a mini opportunity here to take a gold on home soil. We get a closer look at that arrow at the top. Look for those purple and green veins on Nicolas Girard. And let's face it, there we go. You see the 2 purple veins and the green feathers at the end of the arrow. And Nicky, as you say, very unusual, but it seems to work for Girard, because this is not the last time we're going to see him on compound Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to see him in the individuals as well. But yeah, very unusual. You know, classically everyone uses the 3 veins in compound. You usually have the odd vein facing up. In recurve, you have it facing outwards towards you. So all the differences between the how the arrow sits on the rest of the bow, and it gets that clearance as it travels out of the bow.
France leading the compound men's team gold medal match here in Paris at stage 3 of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. They're up against Turkey, and it's back over to Batman Akalolu on the shooting line to get Turkey underway.
No. No.
Well, Turkey perhaps leaving the door open a little bit here for the French team.
No.
You can see both support and tension in the predominantly French contingent in the crowd.
No.
It's really interesting, because I thought that would just take the pressure off them and they'd nail this, but trading 9s.
Still notionally 1 point ahead here. As Bulsh puts it straight into the centre of the target to maintain that 1 point lead. Back over to the Turkish side of the shooting line. Akalolu, 19-year-old, world number 53. Pressure on, but puts it in the middle of the target. '21-year-old, world number 12, Mirachan Hani. And the 2022 European champion team member dropping it into the 8.
I did wonder what we would get from him. We saw him flinching a little while ago. He didn't seem to flinch, but putting it down into the 8.
And time counting down put the pressure on Jakub Ildis. They've set a 2:03 as the target. A 2:09. Sorry, a 2:29. A 2:33 available here for France. That's going to settle things down a little bit for them. Blocking out the tolling bells. So 2:33 available. You've got to fancy the French here and JP Bush. And he puts it into the 10. What a fabulous finish from the French team. They have taken gold in the compound men's team gold medal match. And the bells are marking their victory here in Chateau Vincent. The French will be on top of the podium here on home soil. Well, what a win for the French team. JP Bush on the left, Nicolas Girard in the middle, and Quentin Berra on the right have taken gold in the compound men's team competition here at the 3rd stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. Brilliant performance from the French. Turkey couldn't quite do it in the end, dropping points in that final end, opening up the door. It wasn't quite plain sailing in the end, but it was a good win for the French team on home soil. We take a look back over the match. The youngster shooting first for Turkey. That man, Akaolu. He was pumped up. He shot really well, dropping just a single point throughout the whole match. But in the end, it was JP Bush who anchored the French team brilliantly himself. He didn't drop a single point through the whole match. Emre-Can Hani shooting in the middle with Jakub Yildiz anchoring for Turkey. A little bit of frustration in the end for them. Quentin Berra did his part for the French team, but the 3:10s at the end for France saw them over the line, taking them to a 2-3 to 2-9 victory in the compound team gold medal match for the men.
Congratulations, gentlemen. You just won a gold medal at home. How are you feeling?
I'm very, very happy. Yeah, super awesome just to be here in Paris at home, just winning here with all our friends, all our family. So it's super good. That's awesome. Ça fait super plaisir. On est vraiment très contents. Il y avait tout le monde, donc vraiment la famille, les amis. C'était vraiment, on a vraiment à cœur de gagner.
And you won with an opening at the end. I mean, the Turkish archers did give you a little bit of a room there, and you capitalized it on with 3:10s. What was going on in your head at that moment?
At the moment, yeah, the Turkish team made. Ils font un 9 à 8, ils ouvrent un peu les portes, du coup ça nous met un peu plus en confiance. On termine, Nico attaque par un X ou un 10, donc ça met en confiance pour le reste et il n'y a plus qu'à dérouler.
Faire une bonne chose.
What do you want? English? Okay. In English, no problem. Yeah, I feel super awesome. It was our strategy to just let the opponents start, to just make sure that the wheel will not affect our arrows. So yeah, we had the chance to choose. So yeah, we decided to just let the opponent check the wind and fourth.
So, Nicolas, 2 silvers and a gold now. This is a fantastic season. I mean, where do you go from here?
Qu'est-ce que tu veux aller voir plus tard? Cet après-midi? Ouais.
Bah, j'aimerais bien viser la médaille d'or. Après, on verra bien jusqu'où je m'arrête et si j'arrive à faire un bon tir. Voilà.
I think he's really looking forward to just winning goal, obviously, but yeah, just shooting arrows this afternoon, and then it will be good in Italy.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Brilliant stuff there from the French men's compound team. They're entertaining us on the 50-meter range and entertaining us in the mixed zone. That was a brilliant translation there. And a slight bit of French comedy, I think, in Quentin Berra. Did a good job, and they have had a great season, and they did shoot really well. Talking about their tactics there to allow the Turks to show the way through with the wind, in effect, to guide them in the best way of shooting.
Yeah, it's all about working out those wind conditions and understanding it so you can get as many arrows as you can in the 10, and they really did that, only dropping 7 points through the whole match.
Yeah, incredible performance from them. And interesting that you spotted Nicolas Girard with the 4 fletchings. And I mean, you were standing up and looking in amazement at that. Is it really something you've never seen before?
I have never seen someone shoot with 4 fletchings at this level. So yeah, it's interesting. Obviously, he's done a lot of testing with that, and he's finding that perhaps it's given the arrow better stability and better grouping. But yeah, really interesting to see.
Worked out well for them. Originally, back to English archery, funnily enough. The 3 vanes on the arrow were designed for one for a male feather from a bird, as the used on the outside of the arrow. The other 2 feathers from a female bird for stabilisation of the arrow. So I wonder what the 4th one does for Nicolas Girard. Now, just hold on a minute, folks. Let me wake Nicky back up again. We are going to turn our attention now to the medal ceremony for the compound men's team competition here in Paris at the 3rd stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. If you have a look up to the skies, a little grey here, there have been spits of rain, and the athletes coming out with waterproof jackets for the victory ceremony for the compound men's team competition here in Paris. Stepping up to the podium first will be the USA, who beat Denmark in a shoot-off, 29-29 on a measure. And back out presenting the medals will be Erdner, President of World Archery.
Bronze medal, representing the United States of America.
Here they are, the USA. Braden Galantine on the left, Jimmy Lutz in the middle, and Chris Schaff on the right-hand side.
Braden Galantine, James Lutz, Chris Schaff, silver medal, representing Turkey.
All just fell away from them then in the end of the gold medal match, but not a bad day at the office for Turkey.
Batuhan Akçaoğlu,
Batuhan Akçaoğlu,
Emir Canhane,
Canhane, and Jakub Yildiz for Turkey, collecting silver. Time to cue the loudest cheer in this venue here on Compound Saturday. Well, that is so far. The gold medal goes to the host nation, France. Quentin Barra, Jean-Philippe Bourges and Nicolas Girard. Brilliant performance, in particularly in the final 3 arrows, 3 10s, to secure gold in style. And we'll get to celebrate with them and their national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of France.
So the medalists here for the compound men's team. France top of the pile on home soil, beating Turkey to the gold medal. USA taking out Denmark in a shoot-off for the bronze medal. All smiles though for supporters in the crowd for France. Well, here's how the compound men's team competition finished. Host nation France top of the pile from Turkey. USA picking up the bronze medal, defeating Denmark in a shoot-off for 3rd place. Now this beautiful palace, the Chateau de Vincennes, the former fortress and royal residence next to the town of Vincennes in the eastern part of Paris. And the French crowd delighted by the performance of their team. It was particularly impressive at the end as well, those 3 10s really securing things for the French team in style.
Yeah, no pressure was there really for them. They just stuck with their process, shot their normal shots and showed us how good they are.
Well, as we are in the host city of the next Olympic and Paralympic Games, we're worth mentioning the amazing news this week, the biggest news in world archery for some time, that the International Federation have put in an application for compound archery to be included alongside recurve archery at LA 2028. Little change around, some controversy, I have to say, in that the competition application has gone in for an 18-meter shoot indoors. And why is that, Nikki? Is it just to show the difference between the 2 disciplines?
Yeah, you know, I think they're not just going to double the amount of competitors at the Olympics in the same sport, are they? So to, you know, make a real difference between the recurve archers and the compound archers, bring something different into the Olympics, you know, shows a different side to our sport. Massive tournaments like Vegas and things are really, really popular, huge money shoots, so let's bring a bit of that to the Olympics.
Well, we've had the gold medals for the women's team competition and the men's team competition here on Compound Saturday. Now we get both the bronze and the gold in the mixed team competition. We start with the compound mixed team bronze medal match between Estonia and Great Britain. Let's go down to the shooting line for the team introductions.
On target number 1, representing Great Britain, Ella Gibson, Adam Carpenter. On target number 2, representing Estonia, Lisel Yatma, Romini Yatma. The line judge for this matchup is Paya Warnopoli.
Well, it's yet another performance, or another appearance, I should say, for Great Britain. Came through the ranking round, seeded number 1. Ella Gibson, the 22-year-old world number 6, lines up with Adam Carpenter, the 19-year-old world number 83. It's an all-family affair on the Estonian side of the shooting line. Ranked 7th after the qualification round, it's Lisel Yatma and brother Robin and mother Marika, who is the coach in the background. Adam Carpenter up to the shooting line to get the compound mixed team bronze medal match underway. Great Britain versus Estonia.
No. No.
Maybe overcompensating. I think they're just talking together about those wind conditions. We know the wind so far today has become right to left. Talking about it again there, looking, you know, what they should be doing. Should they be moving the sight? Same with the middle. What's going on?
Well, it usually is Mum Marika in the box, but that Estonian coach looks a little too young to be Robin and Lisel's mother. Over to Adam Carpenter again. 4 arrows per team in the mixed team. Can say that it is Duncan Busby in the box for Great Britain. You have something in common with him, don't you, Nikki?
Yeah, we both went to the same Commonwealth Games back in 2010.
Well, 37 the target set. Come back to Nikki's 2010 Commonwealth appearance in a minute. So Robin Yatma now needing a 10 to stay level with Great Britain. And all square after the first end there between the two teams. Perhaps slightly wind affected. We get a closer look at the coach. Definitely not Mum Marika, as Robin and sister Lisel discuss the conditions there.
Yeah, it's really important, that communication between the team. Making sure you know what's going on. Where did you aim? Was it a good shot? Did it get moved by the wind?
are just trying to lift that one up there. Lizelle dropped an 8 in that, but so far nothing between the two teams. The athletes have been talking about being very difficult to read the wind. Now that wasn't in a different venue. You talked about the field being open. It could potentially be even more tricky here. If they couldn't read the wind out in an open field, here it's going to be nigh on impossible.
Yeah, it can be really difficult because you haven't got all the normal, factors across the whole field. The wind will tunnel here, and it's difficult to pick up where it is coming through.
We're all square here. Losing semi-finalist Great Britain take on Estonia. Great Britain losing out to France in the semi-finals on a measure. Estonia losing to India. All square though as we go into the second end.
Adam was dropping low. The first 2 arrows perhaps made an adjustment. Gone the other way now. A little bit of twitch and movement from Ella.
Hazard to guess the conditions are changing. And that's what they're struggling with. Sel Yatma on the shooting line for Estonia. No problem for her.
There's a big difference in time left on the clock between the two teams there. Great Britain less than their 20 seconds each. So, could be a bit quicker than this in the rotation.
Yeah, perhaps a slightly longer hold from Ella Gibson with her first arrow. Confident though with her second. And into the 10 for a 38. And as always, the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, just a bit more movement on the shot. Didn't look as confident with it.
Yeah, the countdown there, and pressure did, in the end, fall to the Estonians. 37 means they fall 1 point behind at the halfway stage. Okay, Nikki, let's get out of the way quickly. Commonwealth Games 2010. Duncan Busby got 2 gold medals. How many did you get?
I got 2 as well.
I told you there was something that you two had in common.
We cleaned up. It was before we had the mixed team round, so the only opportunity was individual and your normal team, and England swept up. Unfortunately, we've got archery into the Commonwealth Games this time around in Birmingham, but we want to push for that again, try and get it back in.
Yeah, Commonwealth Games taking place in Birmingham, Great Britain, in just a few weeks' time, in fact, and the World Games does feature archery taking place in Birmingham, Alabama in just a few weeks' time.
Yep, and Ella Gibson will be there representing Great Britain.
Yeah, considered the Olympic Games for compound archers. Perhaps by 2028 they will also be in the Olympic Games. We return to the match here. Great Britain leading Estonia at the halfway stage, 75-74. So it will be Estonia and Lizelle Yatma to shoot first. End number 3.
Another long hold. She knew it was going to drop low. Just trying to bring that front arm up to minimise the damage, but into the 9. Not quite sure why he's still shaking his head after that 10, but he's back in there.
No.
I think it's Adam's first experience of a senior final like this, so just a few nerves in there. Be a great experience for him.
10.
Definitely more confident looking shot there. She just stuck with it. Didn't see the shaking. Nice and confident. Good timing when it went off. Bit of both Kondo, but got him into the 10.
Beautiful shot there from Carpenter, and he's very happy with that. Well, scores equal in the end, but it does mean that Great Britain maintain their 1-point lead in this compound mixed team bronze medal match. As a difference in the emotions being showed on the shooting line between the two teams.
Yeah, there is. You know, I think it's fair to say Adam Carpenter's struggling a little bit, and but they both shot really quick 10s there. Came off pretty happy on the line and full of fun, which is good. That's what you need to calm yourselves. Whereas the Yatmas are just looking a little bit more concerned, a little bit more tense, not really sure perhaps of their shots at the moment, but certainly got the experience to pull it back here.
Well, you can see that Robin Yatma not happy with what's going on, and by contrast, the first arrow not happy with it. He came off the shooting line for the second one, a completely different set of emotions. Gibson, as ever, confident, trying to stay cool, as are the Estonian brother and sister duo shooting for bronze here. They trail by 1, and Maurice Tetzman stands in the coach's box, the teammate of Lizelle and Robin Yatma. Lizelle up to the shooting line, trailing by 1. Estonia need to outscore Great Britain by at least 1 in the final end to force a shoot off.
Great shot, nice and strong, nice and solid, quick timing, that's the difference.
All Great Britain have to do is match the Estonian score. Easier said than done when the Estonian team have put down a maximum score at the halfway stage. not if you are Ella Gibson and Alan Carpenter. 2 arrows to go in this. Mini advantage, Great Britain. Time to put some pressure on the Estonian pair. Robin Yatma has got to hold his nerve here. So 39 for a 152. And that bell seems to ring just as the final arrows are being shot in each end. Can Adam Carpenter hold his composure? It was a quick shot into the 9, but still a big opportunity. A 10 for the win, a 9, and we'll have a shoot-off. Anything less, and Estonia will have come from behind against Great Britain. And it's into the 10. The confidence of Ella Gibson seeing the British team through. Shooting a 39 again, but Great Britain did it in the second, going 1 point ahead and then had just held on through ends 3 and 4. Ella Gibson and Adam Carpenter are the bronze medalists here in Paris in the compound mixed team competition at stage 3 of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. It's the thing, isn't it, in compound archery, with the accumulative score, if you get ahead, then your job just is to maintain that and stay that 1 point ahead, because that's all you need for the win.
Yeah, that's right, but you still can't afford any big mistakes, so it doesn't really take the pressure off. You know, they all should be shooting mostly 10s at this level, 50 metres away that target. It's unusual to see anything in the red, really. But yeah, I mean, they led from the second end there and took it all the way. Great shooting from Great Britain.
Brilliant stuff there, and very humble by Adam Carpenter, pointing at Ella Gibson. Confirmation then that the compound mixed team bronze medal winners are Great Britain's Ella Gibson and Adam Carpenter. Well, the teams head off as we take a look back over that match. Marcel Yatma checking her arrows. And important, that job, isn't it, to check the arrows, check the nock as well, which is where you put the arrow into the string.
Yeah, definitely. If you've got a vein that's become detached, it'll flap and drag and actually could even miss the boss low. So flick over the fletchings, make sure they're all still attached nicely, and like you say, checking the nocks at the back, because if they get hit by another arrow, even a small crack, you know, could be enough for it to be a problem when it gets shot. You know, that's up to 60 pounds, these compound bows, pushing that arrow at 300 feet per second roughly, so a lot of power going through this. Got to make sure they're in good condition.
Well, arms crossed for the Estonians. Arms open and around the teammate for Great Britain.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is the gold medal match in the compound mixed
So,
team division between
bronze goes to Great Britain in the compound mixed team. Last action on the range in session 1 here on Compound Saturday. And it's time to find out who is going to take the gold medal in the mixed team competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the coaches and judge to the field of play.
Well, the coaches are out here in the Chateau Vincent, the east side of Paris. Last action on the range in session 1 on Compound Saturday.
And now, Please welcome the athletes to the field of play.
It's time for the compound mixed team gold medal match between India and the host nations, France. It's time for those athlete introductions. Let's go down to the field of play.
On target number 1, représentant la France, Sophie Dodémont, Jean-Philippe Bouche. On target number 2, representing India, Jyoti Surrakaveta, Abhishek Verma. The line judge for this matchup is Maki Nakama.
Time to go for gold. France line up as the number 5 seeds after qualification with Sophie Dodémont, 2008 Olympic team bronze medalist when she was a recurve archer, switched to the compound discipline. She teams up with J.P. Bush, the 2018 European team champion. India ranked 3rd after the qualification round. Line up with Jyoti Surrakaveta, the world number 3, and she teams up with the world number 4, Abhishek Verma. India waiting on the line on target number 2, Abhishek Verma, to get this gold medal match underway. Fine start from India.
No.
So quite a different start for France, not quite sure. Making some adjustments.
Access.
Yes.
Amazing start from India. I mean, all 4 arrows into the 10, absolutely dominating this so far.
Yeah, both Dodémont and Bush have been out here already. It's the first sighting for Verma and Venom. Well, they seem to be handling the conditions better. This could be a big lead, couldn't it? First 10 for the French, but a 3-point lead after just one end. Nikki, that's huge.
Yeah, it really is. 4 ends, 4 arrows, so big 3-point lead. Could be hard for France to come back through this. See the body language there of Verma as well. Absolutely loving life and enjoying himself out there as he should. Just seen himself on the TV, I think.
Great start from the Indian team. We take a look back. Perhaps there's a young French archer in the making. So you look back at Sophie Daudemont. She's going to be appearing, as well as JP, who's already appeared. But Daudemont is going to be going up against Venom here in the women's second semi-final in the individual competition this afternoon. Boy, what a lineup that is. And what a dress rehearsal this is for the pair of them. Mixed team gold medal match here in Paris at the third stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. India taking on the host nation here, Sophie Daudemont for France. And the French trail by 3 points going into the second end. Anything spotted? Why are they struggling to hit the middle of the target here?
Nothing I can really see. I mean, they're both great archers. Their form looks good. There don't seem to be any undue nerves or anything. We can just see the wind flapping on JP's shorts, but I think that's the only real variable out there. Both just missing the 10 again. We know that wind's coming right to left, so, you know, is that the factor?
Well, it is a factor for the French team, but so far, all good for India.
Now getting moved on the line by the wind. That was interesting. I'm not sure we've seen too much of that so far, but didn't affect him.
Used a little bit of their time there, though. Had Venom communicating with them, and now the roles switch. As that clipped the line. Again, you were talking about that movement, that buffeting. You can actually see Venom's t-shirt sleeve gusting. It wasn't moving consistently. First one for Daudemont. Despite a strong finish in the second end for France, India still have a chance to extend their lead. That is not what they were looking for. And dropping points left, right and centre for a 36. A very different second end for India, but they still lead here, but completely different here. And is it the wind? Is it the wind that's playing a part here, Nikki?
Yeah, I think it is. You know, we definitely saw both archers from India there getting physically moved on the line at full draw. So I think it is quite tricky. Funny enough, we haven't really seen France get moved, but you know, JP is a massive statue of a man, so is less likely to get moved. That's definitely an advantage if you're big and you're strong, you know, trying to hold that bow. He makes these compound bows look like little toys, but I'm sure he's got the biggest axle to axle length, the longest compound there is really, but yeah, he's a big guy.
Well, high fives from the French coach. A 3-point swing for India in the first end, but France have fought back immediately in the second, closed the gap to a single point, but India still lead 76-75 in this compound mixed team gold medal match. Halfway through, France stepping up to the shooting line with Sophie Daudemont looking to continue the fight back.
Oh, takes the spider out in the centre of the target. That's got to give you some confidence. Hits her arrow as well, so completely different match now. Watch the body language change. You know, very subdued before, almost upset, into smiles.
Well, the conditions played a part in the second end for India. Emotions have changed on the French side. Can India stay confident?
You could hear the camera shutters clicking away at full draw. It's so distracting as an archer trying to stay with the process, and all we can hear is in the background.
Do you do other impressions?
No.
Drop point there for France. So slowly climbing with their score. 37 in the first, 38 in the third, up to a 39 in the third. So now over to India. Pressure now on Venom. Attempt to hold the 1 point lead. And she gets it. Well, we look at how close to the spot. Well, that was on the spider, wasn't it, for the very first arrow? Dodemont hitting the spider with the first arrow. What a shot that was. Dropping into a 9 with her second arrow. That second arrow of the end for Bulch, hitting Dodemont's first. And look how little time the French had at the conclusion of the third end. Bulch holding his nerve, trying to stay calm there. Dodemont in the background, counting down. They fought back in the second. 39 apiece in the third. And India still leading by a single point. 4 arrows to go for each team to decide the mixed team compound gold medal. Sophie Dodemont up to the shooting line, hit the spider at the beginning of the third. What's she going to do at the beginning of the fourth?
No.
Ooh, bit of a flinch. Interesting. Wide 9. Took up a lot of time as well, didn't they?
Yeah, both pulling left, and that's it. Exactly, taking the words out of my mouth there. Lots of time used. Abhishek Verma here. This is a big matchup between two teams keen to get gold here, and India with Abhishek Verma extend their lead. Jyoti Sureka Venom. She's kept her cool. She stayed calm.
Yes.
High into the 9, but that's still good enough. Look, the score gap has gone up by 1 point. Started 115, 114. Abhishek Verma Words of comfort after a 9. It's enough. Dodemont, though, will want to hit that spider again. Perhaps an overcorrection over to the right-hand side this time. 27. So a maximum of 37. They've improved in every end. That's not going to happen here when they need it most. And a high 8 there, and again, look how close that was. A 149 set by the French team, but this could be a massive moment for India. Abhishek Verma into the 9. A 6 for a shoot-off. But Jyoti Sareka Venom is going to be looking for a lot more than that. What can India finish with? They finished with a 9, and it's more than enough for a gold medal for India. Abhishek Verma and Jyoti Sareka Venom have taken the compound mixed team gold medal match, and what a massive win that is for the Indian nation. They're back on top of the podium. Gracious in victory, going over to shake their opponent's hand, and very sincere congratulations from Dodemont and Bush. What great athletes there are. But in the end, Abhishek Verma and Jyoti Sareka Venom have taken the gold medal here in the compound mixed team competition. Brilliant performance. Well, what an up and down match that was, Nikki. I thought India were going to run away with it after going 3 points up, and then it just all opened up again.
Yeah, they had that dream start, didn't they? The perfect 40, and we thought they were going to go just clear out France from the beginning, but France came back within a point of them and pushed them a little bit harder, but India just showing how strong they were in the end. Great shooting from them.
Well, what a fantastic performance from both teams to make it through to this gold medal match.
We just see that flinch from JP, just not happy with those shots.
And a wide spread of holes in the target, showing the struggles that the two French athletes had. And having already come on to this stage, having shot in the compound team competitions, a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, you'd think you'd have the advantage if you've already been out here this morning, you know what the field looks like, you know what it feels like, you know the conditions better than your opponents, but really didn't take advantage of that at all. Completely lost in the first 6 arrows, hardly hitting the 10. 1 out of the first 6 arrows was in the 10 for France, and they never really recovered, did they?
Well, they didn't, and India have taken the gold medal here in Paris at stage 3 of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. Let's go and hear what they have to say.
Okay. Congratulations, Abhishek, on getting this gold medal for mixed team. How are you feeling today?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है जीतने के बाद, क्योंकि ये बैक टू बैक ये सेकंड मेडल है मिक्स टीम का, और टीम इसी के साथ शायद वर्ल्ड नंबर 1 भी हो जाएगी अब. We are very excited to say you due to this medal, maybe our Indian team is world number 1 become up. So we are very happy about this.
And Jyoti, it's been a while since you've been on the team, and now you're back here, world number 1 again, and winning gold here. What does it mean to you?
ये काफ़ी कुछ कहता है, एंड ब्रेक के बाद स्पेशली जब रिटर्न हुआ इंटरनेशनल वर्ल्ड स्टेज पे, तो मैंने सोचा था कि अच्छा परफॉर्म करूँगी, एंड आई एम हैप्पी. एंड इट्स बीन अ लॉन्ग टाइम since I got onto the international arena, and I thought to perform well, give my best, and I'm happy that we have won the gold medal today.
Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Well, very humble as expected, but also very difficult to hide their excitement, especially Jyoti there, Jyoti Venom, she was saying it's been a while since she's been up here, but they're back as world number 1.
Yeah, fantastic from them. Like you say, we're seeing them a lot on the circuit now, just showing how dominant they are. They're a great team, they always have been, and brilliant match.
It certainly was a very, very good match to watch. The gap at the beginning going in favour of India, but France fought back to keep the Indians honest, but in the end it was a 4-point swing for India, taking the gold medal, 153 to 149 against the host nation France. But it's not been a bad session for France. A couple of medals.
Yeah, good for them, you know, good for their compounders. You know, we're probably going to see a few more World Cups, aren't we, in this city leading up to Paris in 2024, so it's nice to have that home advantage.
Yeah, good practice for everybody involved in this, the local organising committee, the volunteers. They get ready for those Olympic Games that are not too far around the corner. What's immediately around the corner is the medal ceremony for the compound mixed team competition. So time for the medals in the compound mixed team competition here in Paris at stage 3 of the Hyundai Archery World Cup in this beautiful Chateau de Vincennes on the east side of the French capital.
Medals will be presented by World Archery Executive Board member Jean-Michel Vermont. Bronze medal representing Great Britain.
Arguably the toughest match in world sport. Having lost the semi-finals, you have to fight back for bronze. So certainly an important one, and Great Britain did just that. Beating Estonia 153 to 152. It's Ella Gibson and Adam Carpenter collecting bronze for the British team.
Silver medal représentant la France.
Well, it's been a good session for France. Couldn't quite do it in the end. Weren't on their top form, struggling with conditions. The host nation, France, collecting silver. Sophie Dodemont and J.P. Bush.
Gold medal representing India.
Well, they were just too good in the end. Battled their way through to the gold medal match. Lacking the experience of shooting earlier on in the session, but that made no difference to them. Starting with a perfect 40, it's Jyoti Sureka Venom and Abhishek Verma who've collected a gold medal for India here in Paris.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of India. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to our athletes.
Well, there we have it. The medal ceremony's done for the compound mixed team competition. India on top of the podium. There's a brilliant performance from them, beating France to the gold medal, and Great Britain beating Estonia for the bronze medal. A high quality podium with a mixture of a great deal of experience and some athletes breaking through as well. So the mixed team competition is done here, and here are the final rankings. India top of the pile from France and Great Britain, who beat Estonia to the bronze medal. A fabulous session here in France. This beautiful courtyard venue inside the Chateau de Vincennes. And we take a look back over the compound mixed team gold medal. Abhishek Verma and Jyoti Sureka Venom coming through on top. And Nikki, we haven't got much time left, but what is your highlight? I think it's fairly obvious, right?
Yeah, I think for me, India, you know, the world #1 mixed team, and they're the only team this morning to shoot a perfect end as well. They got 40 in their first end, so great shooting from them.
So we take a look back over the shooting in that final. It was a brilliant start from India, perfect 40 as Nikki said, and they then held on. It was enough to collect the gold medal in the compound mixed team competition, and it means so much to this team who've now moved up to #1 in the world. That's it from our first session here in Paris at the third stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup on Compound Saturday. It is 12 o'clock, or just tick past 12 o'clock midday here in Paris, the end of the first session. The next session focuses on the final 4 in the individual tournament, and it starts at 2 p.m. local time. Thanks for joining us for now, and we'll see you very soon.